Welcome to Approach the Bar with Dance Beat. In this series, I am going to discuss the pro standard that happened at the recent Manhattan Dance Board Championships in Brooklyn. And with me, I have one of the most qualified people ever on Approach the Bar. She was a three-time world amateur 10 dance champion. She was an amateur finalist in Standard in Blackpool and also a professional finalist at the Standard at the Open British in Blackpool. And to cap it all, she was 2 times champion at the Peter Eggleton Pro Standard Cup at the DBDC in Boston. Miss Alina Basyuk.
Hello.
How are you?
Very, very good. Very excited. Very privileged. Looking forward to this relaxed conversation, as you promised.
Oh, I always deliver on my promise. So, I have had the less glamorous half of the partnership I was just talking about on the show, I think 3 times. So, Alina, why has it taken so long for me to get you to come and talk to me?
Oh, he never passed me your invitation.
Okay.
You see, yes, he's hiding me. That's my suspicion.
Well, I suppose if I was him, I would definitely hide you as well. So, Alina, you actually judged the Pro Standard at Manhattan. So, to start off, is there anything that you would like to say about the overall competition?
Yes, of course. For me, again, it was a huge privilege to have the right to express my opinion on the dancing of the professional competition at Manhattan. It was not that long ago that we competed ourselves, and of course, we know most of the competitors very close as our rivals, as our friends, as our floor mates. So it was real breathtaking, exciting, huge responsibility. And to be honest, the competition itself didn't make my job easier because right away from the first round, it was very hard to have a clear opinion on who will not make the next round. The overall level of couples was so high that anybody could make it to the semi, and it was not clear 6 finals. I think 9 couples could have made it, 10 couples could have made it. So every single mark for me was something that you really you were very conscious about every single mark that I have put down. So yeah, it was interesting feeling of excitement and being thrilled a little bit. Yes, and I think that it's actually, from a competitive point of view, I think it is so good to have such a strong competition, because it gives you, on one hand, always the desire to get better and better, and you can feel, you can smell that someone is behind you, and if you are not good today, your place will be taken easily. So I think it drives you to improve non-stop, but also it gives you that open feel that anything can happen on the night. The couples are so close to each other that, as I said, in my opinion, if nearly any of the semi-finalists would make a final, it would not be something surprising for me. Mm-hmm. So it was, a great experience and great night.
Okay, so let's get right into the final. Finishing 6th with a final analysis of 3, 6, 6, 5, 6. We had Andrii and Ekaterina. Now, I remember that this was one of their first competitions together last year. And they did actually make the final last year. So how did you feel that they performed in this event?
Well, first of all, of course, we all remember that those guys are very strong individual dancers. So each of them had a very successful partnership before. And I know that both Andrii is a very strong male dancer, and Ekaterina, she's a beautiful lady dancer. So, and to me, actually, I think, again, this is the beauty of the current situation in pro standard, that it all depends a lot on the day. So I think that it was probably not the best performance that I could expect from them, because I know that they are the ones who can really use the weight very well. And this is something that to me is one of the epitomes of the standard style, that shift of weight, that how, you know, they used to say the Rolls Royce feeling. They're definitely the ones that can deliver that. But there is a little, in my experience, there is a little danger with that, if it's not coming out balanced very correct or very harmonious, then it might be a little bit too heavy. So what I felt this evening, that it was maybe a little bit on a heavier side. Though, like, for me, I really appreciate the quality that these guys have, and the understanding of the basics, the fact that you can see through the dance that Andrii and Ekaterina really value those basics. They do work on them. I think it could have been just tiny bit lighter, but I really enjoy all the time watching how well, you know, you can see from ladies' point of view, you can see the girls who are there, not just next to the man, you know, like, let's say, following what he's leading, but they are really giving an input into the partnership, giving her own energy, her own shape, you know, somehow balancing imperfections, being like a perfect, I can't even say the half, but being a perfect like partner, 100% partner for her gentleman. So I think Ekaterina is brilliant in that. And this evening she delivered it as well. So to me, actually, the marks that the placement that they got, they do reflect, in my opinion, what was happening on the day. They are beautiful swing dancers, so they showed they were placed quite high in waltz and a bit higher in foxtrot. So yeah, I guess again the majority kind of saw the way it is.
Obviously, they finished third in the first dance.
Yes.
Do you think that fitness levels had anything to do with what happened? Because obviously, you know, some of these couples fly around the floor. And also, I actually haven't seen them dance that many competitions recently. Or maybe they have, I'm not aware of it.
I think so, because it was really funny how we were discussing, talking with one of my friends afterwards, and she was saying like, oh my God, you had such a tough job to do. I said, yeah, actually, when I watched and I was judging the first round, I'm thinking, oh my God, I don't know what I'm gonna do in the semifinal. But then I said to her, you know what? But then I know that it's 4 rounds of the competition. So no matter how fit you are, you will get tired inevitably, either physically or mentally. So you can always see that, you know, most of the times couples are brilliant in first rounds, and then it starts to slightly, you know, the performance starts slightly to decrease. And then, well, as a judge, you are happy for that because it does make your job a little bit. In the first round, you think, I don't know who's gonna win this night. So it might be the case, but I also feel that I think waltz, again, in my experience, when I watched competitions as a competitor from the side, as a judge from the side, waltz is always very good dance from everybody, and everybody shows its the best qualities. And then starting from tango, this is where if it's not the perfect night for you, or maybe you were not totally prepared for the competition, and there are some faults in the preparation, it starts to show off. So waltz normally I see as nearly immaculate dance for everybody, and that's really hard one to put down. And then you kind of get more clear of what the couple shows at exactly this night. I think in waltz you always have a little bit of an expectations, knowing from what the couple is capable of, you know, from the experience, and then you kind of see, in this particular final, this is what is happening.
Wow. I like the fact that you said what people can do on this particular night. Because, well, some people think that it's just the same result all the time. But you actually can. You cannot be at your best every single night.
No. Yeah.
Sure.
And that's why, for example, I really like that in most sports, you know, like in tennis, you can be Roger Federer and then you can get out of first round. And I think, again, that is so beautiful that he can be beaten by, I don't know, like a new kid on the block, and that's totally normal. So I think that this openness of the game is something that is really healthy and really inspiring for competitors as well. So I hope that, again, as I said, that the fact that they are all so close to each other now, maybe like, I don't know, around 18 couples for sure are very close. And I think that result-wise, they are also like a bit like this, not so much, you know, set. So to me, it feels like they all have a good chance when they show their consistent, they show a good performance and they show it several competitions in the row to kind of, you know, bring up their game.
Very interesting. Well, as I say, I'm not sure how happy Andrii and Ekaterina will be with the result, but it was a great final. So I have to congratulate them for actually making it. And now we are going to move forward and see who finished 5th. So don't go too far away, because I am going to be back with Alina with more analysis of the Pro Standard from Manhattan Dance Board Championships 2022.